Okay, hi. Friday Forever, that's me. My show is Forever Friday, Empty Nesters Part 2. I didn't know that I would be doing a second part. Um, the empty nesters have feelings too. I described having the children and growing up in this house. Not really. I mean, I wish that we could have grown up in this house. But that was the first one, and I didn't describe what actually an empty nester is, technically. Okay. This show that I wanted to do today is Empty Nester Part 2 because when your children are babies and then they're the stages of life that you go through, you usually go through, well, the norm, I've been thinking it's the norm, grow up in one house. Look at all this beautiful loveliness. They leave and then they come back and visit their house, this house. Normally. But this generation, I've only lived in apartments, really. Being married, I don't know, it just wasn't the norm for my life. It wasn't. So I wanted to talk about empty nester to me. When my kiddos left, I was crushed. I was crushed. Because it was quiet, and I was thinking, oh, all the stuff that I can do, and the places I can go, and I just have to learn how to just care for me, and not, I have to get out of my mind that I'm not always having to look for my child or carry them or hold their hand, when they grow up, you don't have to do those things anymore. And when they leave the house, the only thing that you have to do, yes, you still care and you still love them and you give them money and you give them things and you help them, let them do their laundry at the house, or, you do that stuff automatically. Some of us, some of you. I'm a mom, I'm a nurturing mom. If my kid needs help and I can do it, I most certainly will do that. My first daughter, is very stubborn, very headstrong. I told that in my last one. At the age of 6, she cooked muffins when I was sleeping, and she should have been sleeping too. So yeah. The things that we teach our kids when they're little, medium, and then old enough to move out, all of these years, they're learning as we're teaching them on purpose, or we're teaching them through our actions, because they watch, they listen, and they learn, whether we know it or not, because I wasn't really knowing that. Really, the things she learned, I'm not even sure what my boy learned from me. I don't really even know. Oy. I know that they learn, and we as parents hope that our children, they take cooking or cleaning and washing their laundry and fixing their car, cleaning their cars. I used to be meticulous with my car. My daughter and I would always go to as a treat, okay, we would go get an ice cream or something, I don't know. And then we would go to the car wash. And we would sit in the car. Oh, something on my eye. Oh, cry. We would go to the car wash. They would wash the tires. And I would put it in neutral, and then we would be on this track, and it would go. My daughter was young, and the things come down and roll to wash the car, and then these big things. I would make up stories in the car. I'm like, oh no, the big fluffy monster's getting us in the car, but we're safe inside the car. She would giggle, and it was just a fun time cleaning the car through the car wash. Then it stops, and then it gives you a little push. You put the car on, and you go to the tubes to vacuum the car. This was in Idaho. And we took, if we had things in the car, we took bags, and we put the stuff that we wanted to keep in the bags. We threw all the trash away, and then we vacuumed. I'd give her the vacuum in the back, and she'd give it back to me in the front. And it was the funnest. It just was fun. It was fun. And then we would be in a clean car, and it just would be super nice. Super nice. The car would be super nice. Then we go spend the day together. We actually, okay, I'm sure a lot of people, I learned it from my mom when I was probably, I don't even know what age, any age. We would get submarine sandwiches, cut them in half, get them to cut them in half, and we would go to the movies, and we'd sit way toward the wall, in the back, toward the wall, and eat our sandwiches, and people would be going, "Do you smell that? It smells like a sandwich or something." We would hear people asking, "Did you see that out there? Do they sell those here?" And we would giggle as we're eating our submarine sandwiches. Then we'd see people come with a light. That's the attendant seeing who's eating these submarine sandwiches. We don't sell those, so we would put our jacket over and hide it, and be watching the movie, and be watching his light go around to see. It's just stuff that we did, my mom and I don't know. So I did that, I passed it down, and I did that with my firstborn daughter. I don't know. It's just things that they remember. And or we would put things in baggies, like popcorn, make it ourselves. We put something salty, something sweet, the popcorn and pretzels, and maybe gummy bears or gummy worms in baggies, so we could just unzip the thing and get in it. So it's not a big noise in the movies. Okay, so that's what we do. But kids learn. They learn from here all the way up. And that's what they take with them in the world when they leave our home, their home. If it's a house, like this beautiful house, or an apartment, or anything like that, a home, their home, whatever it is to them. I was going to go off on another direction with that, but I'm thinking in my head. My daughter won a contest. What does home mean to you? Draw me a picture of what home means to you. Submit it, and we'll choose a winner out of. It was for Section 8 housing in Idaho. The first place would get something, the second place would get something, and the third place would get something. So we came for them to reveal their pictures. And we were second place. She made a home. We lived in an apartment, of course, a square, like, long box with windows. That was her fish's room. That was her room. That was my room, her room, and the kitchen and the bathroom. It was funny. Actually, it was kind of cute. That's what home meant to her. It didn't look like our home. It looked like her home and what it meant in her head. Her home. So it opened my eyes a lot. It was so cute. But it's so interesting to see if they've learned how to cook when they leave the house, when they're out in the world on their own. You just wonder, oh my gosh, is my kid going to be okay? Are they going to do fine? Are they going to know how to drive? Are they going to know how to wash their clothes? Oh my gosh, oh wow, I didn't teach them that. Oh, dang it. But nonetheless, they pick it up. They know how to do it. They have no choice. They know how to do it. I mean, they'll pick it up from their friend, their mate, their husband, whomever is in their life now. But the saddest thing for me is I feel all alone. I feel unwanted. I feel unloved. It's like I stretched my body all out of proportion, and each time for 3 kids. And for what? I have nothing to show for it. My kids don't communicate with me because they're out living their own lives, spreading their own wings, the ones that can. They don't call me, rarely. They do. At least one does. For now. I get communications from another one, but one is completely out of the picture. And it's very hurtful. It's very hurtful. All I can do as their mom is pray for them. Each and every kid I pray my heart out daily, nightly, minute, walking here. Anytime and every time I can pray for a hedge of protection to be over my kids, for them to meet godly friends. Okay, there people go to church because why? Because they're sinners. I'm a sinner. I sin daily, but I ask for forgiveness of my sins, and I rebuke Satan daily because he's always swarming around. It's like a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. I mean, it's cuckoo in the world. Yeah, you gotta put the armor of God on, and you gotta fight the demons. You gotta fight it off because there's a lot of sin in this world. And you have, as a mom's prayers are 100, are the most, are the best, are needed. For why? To bless the house that you live in, meaning me, and your children live in. Each and every one, bless the home that they live in. Pray for their sins. Ask God to put godly people in their life. Okay, I mean good people. Good, honest people. Because some godly, quote unquote, people are not godly at all. Not at all. Corrupt is corrupt. Corruption is everywhere. And yes, it is even in churches. Absolutely. Corruption is at churches, and godly people. Corruption exists in those worlds too. You just got to have discernment. Discernment means understanding. You just got to be out in the world, and you got to ask God to help you discern, to understand, to see with your eyes open and your heart, and help you discern the good people from the bad people. Churchy people are not always good people. They might mean well, some of them, but I've got burned quite a few times by churchy people. Yeah. Burned. And I can say that. Okay, the only reason that I like to go to church is because I like to share my experience of godliness with others. I like to worship and hear the music and hear the word of God being read, because it just has a different, from a real person reading from the holy book, the Holy Bible, the real Bible. It anoints and makes me think of things that I didn't think of before. I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord. So we want good things for our children. We want that. We totally want that. When they're out spreading their wings, okay? I have a problem right now because I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're okay, if they're safe. I can't come to the rescue anymore. I can't save them from mistakes, from problems. I am the Superman mom. I want my kids to not get hurt. We all, as parents, should want that for our kids. We should want them not to get hurt. Yeah, I mean, they can fall down, skin a knee. Of course, that's inevitable. I mean, they should get that. Bruises and, okay, not bruises by the hands of people in the house, or, from playing outside or whatever. I just know that it's hard being a parent. It's hard letting go. That's my biggest problem right now. Being an empty nester is only me walking through the door. Only me. My kids, there's no kids walking through the door anymore. Hi, honey, how was school? How was your day? Like you would with a spouse or something. But your children, you do the same thing too, like that. Do you want something to snack on? Do you want me to make you something? And these days it's, Mom, I'm hungry. So I'm not your slave. Go get it yourself. Go in the kitchen and make something to eat. Now it's more independent, the world, for kids to do things because people aren't going to do it for them. In the real world, anyway. But the moms should. Moms, me, I do that. It's just hard letting go because you feel like you got pregnant and stretched out your body, and time after time, how many kids you have, 1, 2, 3, I don't know, tons. Or you could be a lucky person and be super skinny and snap back into place. Me, not so much. These things, okay. We're here, then they go here, then they're here. And milk, no milk. Milk, no milk. Body takes a beating. It takes a licking and it keeps on ticking. Moms have, I don't know, they have such strength and endurance and power. They just do. It's just that way. It's just that way. God is good all the time. This shirt, Auntie, shout out to Auntie. Hi, Auntie Yvonne. She actually sent me the last show. Oh, the first show, part 1, was a green one of these. Green one. This is a bluish. Thank you. I appreciate it. See, when you grow up and you move on and you move away and you live life, some of the children ask, Mom, what do you know about blah, 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 chord, or how to make this, or do you know anything about that new product that's out, or the new phone, or the new recipe, or anything. I mean, I would love nothing more than to see my kids, all 3, walk through the door and wrap their arms around me and say, "Hi, Mom. I appreciate you and I love you." I would love that to death. I would love that. I'm an empty nester because I don't have my kids walking through the door anymore. 2 of them at least. I love being a mom. I've had difficulties, and I do what I think is right for them. I love them more than life. More than life. I love Jesus first. Yes, I do. I love my kids more than life. Those of us that have lost our children, tears to my eyes, sadness in my heart. We as parents think we're supposed to pass away before our kids. Wow. I have a few friends that have gone through that, and it's not a fun thing at all. It's so not a fun thing. And I pray for peace and understanding for those people that have lost any of their kids. Right now, I don't even know if my mom is dead or alive. I don't even know. She was dying. Every time I've talked to her on the phone, she's being neglected and treated bad. I just pray for her. It's not a good topic for me, but anyways, I just am lonely being an empty nester, so I have to fill my time. I like to move things around, clean. I have cats, so I've always got to be cleaning. The hair, the cat box, the food. They're funny. They keep me laughing. There's so much laughter in my house. Mylar balloons. You put Mylar. I got Mylar balloons from the office. They didn't want the balloons anymore that they had. They have long strings to the floor. Mylar balloons, because I'm allergic to rubber. You know, the other. Yeah, Mylar. That's the balloons that I like, and my family needs in the house. The cats bite the string. They run. They fight over the same balloon when there's 3 more to fight over. There's one for each, but they're kids. They're my new kids. They're my new laughter. If anything happened to them, I mean, they won't go out into the world and spread their wings. They won't. I fill my time with the purring. It's comforting, and it calms my heart. The anxiety, we're not supposed to have anxiety, but we do. I do. It goes away. The anxiety goes away. The love and the kisses that they give me, sandpaper tongue. But the love that they have for me when I don't have any from my kids, because they're living their best life. And that's what I should be doing. I don't even know what that looks like. I don't. It's not a good thing to say, but I don't know what my best life is. I really don't. This show, all my shows, that is my best starting of my best life. That's the start. I need to go. I hope I covered a little more about empty nesters. Being an empty nester. You gotta move on. Because we can love our kids from afar. We can love our kids from afar. Jesus can protect them now, where we can't, where they won't let us in their business. Okay. Just a shout out to all of my kids. 1, 2, 3. I love you, kids. I pray for you, kids. And one day, I hope that we're walking through my house, well, our house, the door to say, Mom, I missed you. I love you. Sorry for giving you troubles, whatever it is. Come back home one day and we can take a family photo of me and my kids. That is my dream before I die. And hopefully that won't be any time soon. But if it is, just look at this podcast or video. Hey, and my viewers, take in what you want and throw away the rest what you don't want. So I hope this has been good for you. I take it that some of you have never had kids and your animals are your kids. So I don't know what to say to that. We all have different views of life. So hey, good luck with that. And Friday Forever misses you, loves you, cares for you, all the mushy gushy things. I do. I care about people. Okay, talk to you soon. My next show, I don't know what it's going to be, but it will be something. Okay? Bye now.